Hey everyone, my name is Tyler Goff. Welcome back to our real estate blog. Today I wanted to talk about a hot topic, and that is real estate appraisals. So right off the bat, what is an appraisal? An appraisal is what the bank uses to determine the true value of the home that you are buying or selling. So who does the appraisal? It's done by a certified home appraiser, and they're an independent third party to the transaction that are unbiased, and they're really trying to determine the true value of the home. And the bank will put more weight on that than maybe a market analysis that's done by the real estate agent. So essentially what the appraiser tries to do is he'll take the property that you're buying or selling, and he's going to look for homes in the same area with the same amenities, the same features, the same price range, and really try to determine based off of those past sales, and they go back about 6 months, they try to determine and validate the price that you're buying or selling the home for. So appraisals become more relevant in an appreciating market like we're seeing here in Sioux Falls, where home prices are increasing at a pretty fast pace. So what I mean by that is if an appraiser takes a home that's sold 3 months ago and it has the same features, the same square footage in the same neighborhood, it may be sold for less than what you're selling your home for today 3 months later. That's where we can have issues with low appraisals because the market is moving at such a quick pace. So how does that affect you as the buyer, let's say? Ultimately, an appraisal is meant to protect you as the buyer, so you're not overpaying for the home that you are buying. But it can have negative effects on buyers as well. Let's say you fall in love with this house, you're excited about buying it, you're willing to pay the price that you've agreed upon with the seller. If that appraisal comes in low, your bank will not loan the money anything above what the appraised value is. So if you're buying a home for $200,000 and the appraised value comes in at $190,000, your bank's not going to loan you above that $190,000. So ultimately, if the seller won't renegotiate on the price, you may be forced to walk away from that home and miss out on the house that you ultimately, would have loved to purchase and live in. As a seller, how does the appraisal affect you? And I would say the appraisal, probably a low appraisal, I should say, affects the seller more than anybody in the transaction. Similarly, if you use the same example, the home is $200,000 and your appraisal comes in at $190,000, ultimately you have to renegotiate that with the buyer and figure out who's going to make up that difference in order for you to keep moving forward in that particular transaction. And if you can't get something figured out with that buyer, ultimately you're going to have to take your home, put it back on the market, go through the process again, and then hope that your home will ultimately appraise the second time around. So appraisals are something that when we see an appreciating market, they become more of a hot topic because they do have a bigger effect on buyers and sellers. So hopefully this answered some of your questions. Like always, if you have more questions or you'd like to talk about this, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a phone call, and I'd love to help you guys out. Hope to see you next time, and have a great day.